good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Skills Hub Session 8, and this will be our last session for T2. So before we begin today's session, let's start by acknowledging the country. So we acknowledge, recognize, and respect the elders, families, and forebears of the Gadigal people of the Iran Nation who are the traditional owner of the land where Sidimet is located. So, as technology continues to evolve, tools powered by AI are transforming the way we learn, research, and complete our academic work. For students working on a capstone projects, knowing how to effectively use these tools can make a significant difference in both efficiency and outcomes. Today's session will explore how agentic AI tools can support you throughout your capstone journey, from research and planning to analysis and report writing. It will also highlight how these tools can automate tasks, support decision making, and importantly, address their limitation and ethical consideration. So we are pleased to have with us Dr. Muhammad Arafat Mahmud, Sidnimet lecturer representing from the School of Information Technology and Engineering, who will be sharing his expertise and insights on this topic. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Cutie. I will share my slides. Is it visible to everyone?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, thank you. So thank you, Coyote. Thanks for your kind introduction. As Coyote said, I am Arafat from ITE department. Today, I'm going to actually discuss a little bit about how we can use agentic AI for capstone project workflow, how we can actually make a very nice workflow using it. And I have tried to keep it generic for all disciplines. Like this presentation is actually applicable for IT, business, social work, any capstone students basically. Okay. So these are the agenda items. First, I would like to tell what agentic AI is and how it differs from the normal AI tools that we use, like ChatGPT or Gemini. How it differs basically. For capstone work, what are the responsible usage? What are the do's and don'ts? We'll discuss about that as well. I would like to do a very short demo using one of the agentic AI tools, Claude, and I will just do a short demonstration how we can actually plan for a real project. And we will also share tips like how we can apply this for like for the students, they can apply that for their own capstone project. So what is agentic AI? Agentic AI is basically a tool that actually helps you to plan, and it can use tool on your computer as well. That means it can access your file, access your folder, and it can even write on your folder. For some agentic AI, it can even get access to your folders. And it actually can take multiple steps. Like if you want to define a project, it will basically adjust itself to reach a goal. So it will not stop after one instruction, rather it will continue until the project goal is actually achieved. So the main advantage is you don't have to micromanage every step. Like whenever we use ChatGPT or Gemini and we give instruction, then probably we don't think about a project as such. We think about a particular part of the project. But here, using agentic AI, you can actually approach or tackle the whole project as a whole. So it is more goal driven, and it can do multiple steps at the same time, and it uses tool. It can basically install a tool on your computer. It can access your file. It can also check its own work. So obviously it's like an agent that can help you with your work. So what are the difference between a normal AI and agentic AI? So normal AI, whenever we use just for ChatGPT or Gemini, just for a single instruction to do something, it just answer one questions and then it waits for the next prompt. So it does not have any ongoing plan of it. But in agentic AI, it you can actually define a goal, and it will break the goal into multiple steps. And it will keep going until the project goal is actually accomplished. And during the war, it can check and correct its own work. So that is one of the capabilities that actually really makes this agentic AI very, very useful, especially for capstone project, because it can actually check, can debug your project. So why this matter, as I said? If you want to do some research, some agentic AI tool has a very good and deep web research capability as well. And today I will show one of the agentic AI tool, that is Claude, that can actually do deep web search. It can help you with drafting as well. If it is for IT students, it can help with the coding and testing. If you want to develop a tool, if you want to develop an app, it can actually do the testing, whether your front end and back end is working properly, this sort of things. But it can be used for, like, irrespective of any discipline. Even for business students can use it, social work students can use it to actually design their workflow. What are the steps that you need to do? How you want to distribute your responsibilities? What are the works? Based on your rubrics, it can actually tell what are the works that you need to do and how you can actually distribute those tasks among the group members. So it basically frees you up for harder thinking. You can focus more on design analysis, while it can do some repetitive tasks. It can just extract information and keeping the holistic goal. Like it keeps in its mind, in its memory, what is basically the ultimate goal of your project. But remember, one important thing I need to say is you need to remember that it is your capstone project. You are the person who is supervising this project. So the agent should not guide you. Rather, you should guide the agentic AI to do what you are doing, because it can create some ethical issues as well if you do the other way around. And we will discuss about it as well. So there we go, the responsible usage. Remember, you are in charge. So it's a disclaimer, basically. It is your project. You must understand what you submit. I just give a very normal example why it is important. Whenever you join a company, if you use an agentic AI to generate some code, you will see, you can never say if that code actually doesn't work properly, and if it basically damages your live server, so that your company cannot actually serve the clients. You cannot simply tell, well, Claude gave me this code and I have nothing to do about it. Claude gave me this code and I just put it there. Now it has crashed. I don't know. You are legally liable for your work. It's not only for IT discipline, for any discipline. If you do financial modeling, if you make any decision for your stock market, if you take any decision for any policy, you need to be responsible for your decision, for your modeling, for your code. That's why it is very, very important to practice this in your capstone as well. And I'm pretty sure that your lecturer will also have some, hurdles for you in every assessment to check whether you have actually understood what you are submitting. Like, you can get this agentic AI to do a big code, but if you do not actually understand, when there will be an oral vibe or something, obviously your lecturer will try to understand whether the student has actually really understood that thing. So it is very important that you must understand what you submit. Just do not copy and paste. That will be the responsible usage of this agentic AI. You have to disclose the usage of AI or agentic tool according to your unit guideline. Review every output before you submit it. And another important thing is we should not feed any sensitive or confidential data to this agentic AI. What if there is a data leak, right? So obviously no confidential data should be actually input in this cup of agentic AI. So the do's and the don'ts. We have to first the do's. We have to verify every output. We should not blindly copy and paste for that one. That will be a plagiarism, and obviously that is academic misconduct. Whatever tool you are using, you need to cite it properly. Use it for drafts, scaffolding, creating workflow. If agentic AI has helped you to write any code, test it. So please do not submit unreviewed AI output. That is obviously an academic misconduct. And we should not share confidential data, and it should not make the academic calls. You are the supervisor. You are running this capstone project. So you should take responsibility for that. Now, I would like to discuss about some of the commercial vendors that actually provide this agentic AI capability. So there are lots of commercial vendors where, like, you can use those platforms to access this AI capability. Personally, I find Plot from Anthropic, they are quite good, but there are other commercial vendors who also provide agentic AI capability. Like many of you know ChatGPT as an AI tool, but it also has the agentic AI capability. That means it can work, it can actually create a project, and it can plan multiple steps in advance. Google has Gemini, you can use it as an agentic AI tool. Copilot from Microsoft, you can also use it. Comet from Perplexity, or Devine from Cognition, all of them are commercially available vendor. And especially if you want to do it for your Capstone project, I would highly recommend you to get a subscription plan, because your Capstone project is like quite the it has a it has a lot of range, like a broad range. So if you do not have subscription plan, whenever you want to do anything with your free version of your agentic AI or AI tool, you will see the token or the usage limit will actually deplete very, very quickly, and then you will not be able to actually do continuous work. Basic subscription fee is around $34. We actually use that amount of money for a takeaway lunch or dinner. So I think it's a good investment. So having an agentic AI is very, very good. Agentic AI tool is very, very good. And having subscription is good because it can help you to make you more efficient. You can do a lot of work done using this subscription version. Okay, so as I said, I will show you a demonstration shortly, very short demonstration. But before we go there, how we can set up Capstone as a project in one of our agentic AI tool. You can simply create a new project. Every tool has different interfaces. Today I will show with Claude, but every tool has basically their own interface to create a project. So their working principle is more or less the same. You need to add a short instruction describing your capstone project, what are the requirement, what are the goal, how many members are there, so that you can distribute tasks, so that you can basically create a workflow. And you don't need to basically have any headache about this, like very, very minor things. That can be delegated to your agentic AI tool. It can basically delegate tasks. Upload your brief, rubric, reference material, and remember, if you do it one time, it will be saved and it will keep it in its memory, so that you don't have to repeat yourself again and again. So that's why you need the subscription version, so that it can work effectively. Otherwise, you will run out of memory, run out of usage limit very, very quickly. And as I mentioned that it is applicable for any discipline. It is not for IT. It is actually relevant for business, social work, for every discipline you can use it. Just create a plan, and then it will create an iterative process. That means it will go in loop, and it will try to help you unless the project goal is actually uh, achieved. Okay. So let's have a demonstration. So I will just use Claude. So Claude is one of the tool that has this agentic AI capability. So I will show you how you can create a project. It will be a very short demonstration anyway, right? So I will create a project. So I am not a student, so I don't have Capstone project, but I will show how I can actually build a project that I am currently doing at SydneyMed, suppose. So I will create a new project, and every AI agentic AI tool will have this kind of features in it. So you just create a new project there. Suppose the project I am going to do here now is I have been involved in developing a course, Bachelor of Electrical and Electronic Engineering. So we are going to actually introduce a new course, hopefully by 2027. So currently we are working to develop that course, develop the course plan. So what is my project name? So I will say developing Bachelor of Electrical and Electronics Engineering course or Sydney, suppose. And now you can actually create a folder. So if you create a folder, what it will do is it can actually access those folder to read files. So what I will do, so that's the specialty of agentic AI. So what you can do, you see there is an option called use a folder. So if you go there, you can basically select a folder for your, like if I go to desktop, so I will select this folder, right? Select folder. Okay. Now you have to add some instructions. So I have already prepared the instructions so that we can save time. I know we only have 30 minutes. So I will just copy it from here and I will put it. Okay, so what I have copied here, I will show you. So the instruction here is the goal of the project is to develop course proposal for BE program to be offered at Sydney Met. Now, the folder that I shared with it, it already contains some background information. Like we all in Sydney Met, we have already developed some course proposal for social work masters, right? So we have to follow exactly this template so that we can prepare a course proposal for this Bachelor of Electrical and Electronic Engineering. But we have to follow exactly the same template, right? So that's why I have shared this folder with Claude so that it can actually read from there and it can work on these files. Okay. And then let's go back to the instruction. So you have to give a very detailed instruction so that it can understand, right? So you have to follow the template exactly as the attachment, which was developed for social work department. For extracting information, we already have Bachelor of Electrical Engineering feasibility report. So I am talking about this one. So already there has been some background study done whether this electrical department will be feasible. So the benchmarking report, feasibility report has already been done. Based on this report, we need to actually develop a course proposal. So that's why I have shared this information with Claude and so that they can actually work on it, right? Uh, so I am here saying you need to extract information from this file, especially about three specialization. We'll have three specialization, renewable energy, electronics, and we will have telecom. So course structure, number of units, they can extract those information from here. Here I have also provided information that we have 4 members in our team, Dr. A, Dr. B, C, and D. Initially, you need to give me a list of work to do and categorize it. That means the benchmarking report, the feasibility report already gives us some idea. So based on that, what are the work we need to do? So they need to categorize whether we need to do a new work or we can adapt it from the feasibility report and then assign the work among the team members, right? So I will then create this project. So once I have created the project and I have basically shared the folder with it, it can actually access those information from my folder and it can even write a file there. Now, if I give an instruction, uh, give me the list of tasks for every group member, right? If I tell that, so it is asking for my permission to access the folder because I have given it the permission to access my folder, right? So I will allow it. Now what it will do, it is currently working on my project. So it is actually reading my files. So it will read the file on the template. Look, I have already given the instruction, like the main instruction as the project instruction. So it will not ask me for those kind of information again and again. It will keep in its memory what is its ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is to basically create a course proposal that will be based on the template that I have shared with it, like the template that the social work department has already done, right? So if you look at its work, I have just given very few instructions and it is doing everything. It is extracting information from the feasibility report. It is reading it. What are the information it can get? It is extracting the specialization and code structure. As I said, there are three specialization. One is electronics, another is renewable energy, another is telecom. So it is trying to extract this information. Once it so and you can see it is showing the progress as well, right? So it has finished extracting structure of course proposal. Now it is extracting the feasibility report. That means then it has finished that one. Now it is creating categorized work breakdown and assigned to Dr. A to D. So you can see if you want to do it by yourself, like reading a file and then getting all the information and assigning tasks to your group members. Generally, in your Capstone project, you will have 3 to 4 members, right? So if you want to assign the task using an Agentic AI tool, you just need to share all the tasks. and it can read those files, and it can basically, keeping the project's goal in mind, it can basically create a workflow for you, right? So now if you see, it is currently working on building categorized work breakdown and assign to doctor. So soon we will see that they will create a file that will show the workload distribution for different members. So it says in about 2 minutes. Let's see whether it can do it, because I know we need to leave some time for question and answer as well. But let's see how quickly it can do. But you get the idea. I gave actually very minimum instruction, and it is actually doing all the tasks by itself, most of the tasks by itself, right? So it will also save the file in my computer. Let's see if it can do it properly, because I have given it the access to my file. So it will try to save the file in my designated folder, and it can work on your folder as well. Okay, so it has done. Look, it has also distributed the workload, and let's see if it has created the file. Not yet. So I will just give instruction, save the file in my work folder. Okay, so it has already done it. Okay. Um, oh, okay. My bad. So you see, it has already created the workload, right? Workload distribution. So Dr. A will have to do. So this is category is mixed, because you need to actually do some new work. Some you can adapt from your feasibility report. This one you can just adapt from your proposal. This can you can adapt from feasibility report. This one is completely new work. This one is completely new work. Dr. B will have to do market analysis and financials. Dr. C will have to do curriculum and learning outcome. Dr. D will have to work on accreditation, operation, and student experience. Now you have a full like plan. Then based on that, you can obviously work on this project. Now I just wanted to give a very short demonstration that whenever you have agentic AI, you actually need to give less instruction. It's not like you need to talk continuously with it. You can actually give less instruction, and you can give some instruction at the beginning, and it will actually keep working on that holistic goal. Okay. But as I said, it is a very mini mini demonstration, right? Because we only have 30 minutes. Okay. So I just wanted to show, like, if you use agentic AI, it can actually read hundreds of files from your computer and can extract information. Keeping in the project goal in mind, it can actually distribute your workflow, and it can actually show you the progress real time, and it can save file, rewrite file in your working directory. I showed it with Claude, but there are many other agentic AI that can do it. Especially Claude, I use it because its deep web search capability is quite good. But always remember that whatever it generates, you need to always check whether there is any hallucination, whether there has been something that actually doesn't make sense. So you always have to check from your end. Please remember that thing. You cannot submit it as your own work if you have not checked it and reviewed it. Please remember. Okay, so the key takeaways is agentic AI acts. It doesn't just answer. Um, it can work as an accelerator for your project, but remember that it's not an autopilot. You have to drive the project still, and you have to remember the responsible use of it. Always review it. Disclose what part of your project you have actually created any content for using agentic AI or any AI tool, and try to understand it. Otherwise, there's no point doing a project. And start small and then scale how it actually works. Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you for your participation. If you have any question, I'm very happy to address. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Arafat. So, as Dr. Arafat have mentioned, if you have any question, please go ahead. You can put it in the chat box. So, Asta has raised her hand. Uh,
Yeah.
Asta, do you want me to disable your mic, or are you comfortable typing in? As of you, okay.
Yeah, so you can,
Yeah,
yeah, you
yeah.
can,
Asta, you can actually use your mic if you want to ask question.
yeah.
Or Asa, you can open your mic if you need. Okay, so we have a
Hi.
question from Patricia.
Mhm.
She has said, "Can I see a log of what the AI changed or suggested for proving the work is mine?" If you want to talk to me. So
Yeah,
Patricia,
so by log, what do you mean by the log? Like, what do you mean by the log? Obviously, it has been generated by AI, so it has not been generated by yourself, obviously. So I cannot claim this work is done by me. But what I have done is that's something not I am going to submit. This is just basically designing my workflow, how I can distribute the workload among different team members, right? So that is not something I am going to like submit in my Moodle or submit in as a assessment anyway. This is just for facilitating my capstone project. Did you get my point? I am not going to submit this document. This is not my submission document. This is just document that will help me to design the workflow for the project. So obviously it is 100% AI generated and we cannot claim that it is my own work. Obviously not. Are you asking this question?
so I can see they're still typing. Um, yeah. So
Hi,
she
sir.
has mentioned.
If I feed it my files and ask for analysis, because sometimes it suggests more and add. Yeah, of course, you can edit your file. Of course, you can edit your file, but you have to disclose what part of your code, what part of your project has been, even if you create an image using AI tool, you have to acknowledge it in your capstone that this image has been created by AI. Then it's fine. But obviously you cannot copy and paste, obviously not. So the thing I'm showing here to you is how you can make a workflow. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Patricia.
Sir, which model have you used so far and which one gives the best result among the one you have shown
Okay, so
above?
I am comfortable using Claude because I can see Claude has a good deep web search capability. But in saying so, I have not actually explored other agentic AI. So I am not in a position to actually judge the other because from my observation, Claude actually helps me with my workflow, with my projects quite a lot. But I cannot say that the other vendors are not good. But I can say from my experience, Claude is quite good. Yeah. But there are some other agentic AI tools as well.
Thank you,
I
sir.
hope that
Sir, if
answered.
I want to
It's just
switch,
and for
Go
this
ahead, Asta.
situation, we need
sorry, if I want to switch my agentic AI, like suppose I'm using right now the Gemini and I want to switch in the middle of my work to Claude,
Yes,
then
I think you can transfer all your projects to cloud as well. That's an option as well. You can transfer. There is option in every agentic AI like or AI tools that you can transfer your projects from one tool to another. They understand that. Like maybe you have started with another tool and then you want to transfer. So obviously you have that kind of transferring capability generally, so that all your communication is transferred to the new tool.
okay, thank you so much, sir.
No worries. No worries.
Do others have any question? So if you have any question, please feel free to drop it down because you will, this is a right time where you can ask question. And it's for the audit department, so you can just shoot your confusions. I also see senior lecturer Diane typing. Uh, if she has any questions, she can drop it down. Mm, yeah. Okay. Let me disable enable mic for you if you wanna speak, Diane. It's okay. Okay.
I was just saying thank you, Arafat, and thank you for pointing out, most importantly, that it's not a copy paste thing, because unfortunately, that's what many of us think. As soon as
Oh,
we think of AI, we think it's going to do our stuff for us, which it does. But it
okay.
is how do we check? How do we ensure that we are not literally copying and pasting? So this is just assisting us in planning how
Mm,
we do our project rather than actually doing our project for us.
mm. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So
Thank you,
thank you.
Diane.
Very
Yeah,
informative. Yeah.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Diane.
Okay, since now that we have also limited, like we're almost done with the session. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining to the session, and special thanks to Dr. Arafat for hosting and agreeing to do on this topic. I think a lot of students have learned a lot from this session, especially because a lot of students will be graduating, and the capstone is one of the most important units that you need to complete to graduate. And I hope other students learn a lot from this. Since this will also be uploaded in YouTube, they can have a look, go back and have a look and learn from it. Not only in the capstone project, I think in a professional manner as well. This will help everybody so much if you're working on certain project. Thank you so much, everybody. And before we leave for today's session, could you please provide us the feedback, since this will be our very last session for T2. And if you want any sessions that you would like in T3, you can suggest there as well. So thank you, everybody, for joining to the session. Special thanks to Dr. Arafat once again. See you all in T3. Bye.
Thank you, Cutie. Thanks for having me. Bye.